Hello, today we're going to talk about how to clean an electric kettle teapot. That is my teapot and that is my can of Coke. The bananas have nothing to do with this. It's just my counter. Anybody who has one of these are a great invention because you can see what's going on, unlike a tea kettle that, it's enclosed. You can't really get in there and clean it. And I honestly couldn't stand looking at a tea kettle on my stove day in and day out. So once these came out on the market, I grabbed this. I grabbed one. I got mine actually right off of Amazon. I've seen them in Walmart and Bed Bath & Beyond and many other places. And they're relatively cheap. But what today's video is about is how to clean the calcium that forms on that bottom stainless steel area, ring, plate, if you will. Right now, that's not really that bad. It gets pretty, pretty much whiter, pretty thicker, the longer I let it go on. I won't clean it at this point because I actually just cleaned this maybe 2 weeks ago. But this starts to form rather quickly depending on what kind of water you have. I take water right out of our tap, and we live in a very mineralized area with the water, so maybe I will build up this calcified base a lot faster than you might. But anyway, eventually everybody does. And there's only one way to get this off, and it's really very simple. All you do is you open up a small can of Coke, which this is a small can, and you just fill it, the kettle, just to cover the stainless piece on the bottom, so that you just don't see it anymore. You don't need to fill it up to the 1 liter mark or the ½ liter mark at all. Just enough to cover it so that you don't see it anymore. Leave it in there. Close the top and walk away from it and leave it there all day long. I mean, it's something you could do first thing in the morning, come home at night. And then what you do is you take the kettle, pour it out in the sink. Take a paper towel. I would not take a rag because you don't have a lot of room up here. You don't have a lot of room to put your hand in. You have to be very careful. Okay, hopefully you don't have too large of a hand. So a paper towel, wet the paper towel, clean all that calcium out in there after you've dumped the Coke, and with water. A wet paper towel, go around and around and around and around, place a little pressure, make sure you don't, this glass is rather thin. So be careful what you're doing. But you will see that calcified area will become pristine, will become very clean again, just from the Coca-Cola. All right, then you rinse out your kettle a little bit more to get the Coke residue out of there, and you're done. So that's how you clean these things. I love it. I also have a Keurig machine. I find that my husband drinks a lot of coffee, and I don't. So sometimes my hot chocolates and teas have a little coffee aftertaste to them because these things are very difficult to clean, and you really can't clean them that well. Only certain parts you can get to. So I will use this kettle to make my teas and my hot chocolates. I get a much cleaner taste. So that's it. Just wanted to share with you how you clean that calcified area on the base of some of these electric kettles. Have a great day. Hit subscribe and like and share if you thought that this was informative. Thank you very much.